Alright guys, welcome back to some more Minecraft, episode 88, and we're picking up this episode from a chilled caving I did, not yesterday but the day before. I'm just like scratching my head, when did I upload it? But yeah, this was the cave we left off in, but since I have a series dedicated to caving, we're not going to be caving today. I just thought I'd better pinch this resource or two before we got stuck into the episode. But I've been thinking, I've been watching a bit of Ethos Lab. He's kind of inspired me yet again. I don't know how he does it. But again, I have inspiration, but not in the way that you would probably imagine. So he's doing a lot of ender farm work, trying to spruce up his end. And I've been wanting to do this for a while myself, but I haven't had any ideas click in my head for a way that I could do it. Now, what he's been doing is placing grass down the place. And that simple little idea, nothing revolutionary at all, but just that little idea has just sparked a little bit of interest within my own head. And you guys will be able to see the progression of my end, I guess you call it, as the episodes progress. But I'm not going to go into too much of detail, because I'm not going to ruin the surprise and the experience. But, regardless to say, we're going to need resources, a lot of them. And one of those resources that I'm not quite sure if we're going to regret using or not will be, it's going to be some sort of wool. So what I really would like to do is set up a ginormous sheep farm. And how I plan, what the hell? Where am I? Is that my wheat farm? I think that's my wheat farm over there. I just got so confused. But anyway, back onto the wool subject. This wool farm needs to be colossal. It needs to be horrendously large. It doesn't need to look nice, it just needs to get the job done. And that's what I plan on building over the course of the next few episodes. But today we're going to have to pick up our little sheepy population and start something. That looks really crazy, all the unloaded chunks. So I always try to manipulate a little bit and try and get a little look under before it loads, because it is quite interesting seeing all the different caves and stuff. If you can see down there, you can kind of see some mine shafts going up. That is crazy cool. But obviously if I move, it kind of gets rid of it, which is a pain in the butt. But you don't get to see underneath your world with X-ray vision very often, so you got to take it whenever the opportunity rises. But back onto this sheep farm. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I built an egg farm, and that lagged out my world. So, in that egg farm, we had about 300 chickens kind of fighting for survival, being suspended in water, which was cool. It was a good egg farm. I think it got me about 1,000 eggs an hour. I'm not quite sure. Obviously, I could have made it more effective, but the main point of this is it was very laggy, and it made it extremely hard to play the game. And recording, I dropped a lot of frames because of the chicken farm. Now, there's a few ways I can counter this, and there's a few ones that I prefer over others, but I really am not sure what I will decide on finally. So you guys are going to have to give me some input, your opinions, the pros and cons of what you think. But we will discuss this. We got a spud, by the way, in the chilled caving, where we talked about asking for likes and all that stuff. You can check it out if you like, but I'm going to put a piece of dirt here, because OCD is going to eat my butthole if I don't. I still really need to collect a few more carrots. I don't know, I probably will be taking the 1.4 adventure, looking around the place, experiencing all the new things for put it on hold rather, just for a short amount of time, because I'm inspired and I'm going to roll with it while I can, because inspiration is few and far between with me, and I like to embrace the shit out of it once I have it. And that kitty cat, look at you doing, what are you doing, kitty cat? Embarrassing yourself, man. I don't know, I don't understand why so spastic. But before we get looking into sheep hunting, the famous activity made by the... No, I'm not even going to get into New Zealand jokes. I'm totally kidding. But I love a good Kiwi. Anyways, so we're going to move on and mass produce some carrots. Now, obviously, I can't mass produce the carrots in my farm because I don't have a lot of starting capital, I guess you'd call it. Starting capital. Is that really even a joke? That's... Man, I don't even understand. I seriously want to punch myself for making that joke. But what I'm going to do, what I plan on doing at least, is to do this for a while. And I did get a great tip actually from Monkey Ball Swag, that name, that lovely name. If we grab our fortune pickaxe, I've already got it on me. If we grab our fortune pickaxe on these carrots, we should yield a higher carrot drop rate. Now I'm going to test that for myself right now, so you guys can find out for sure whether or not it's actually true. But we'll just do a side-by-side test here. So how wide are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bone meal these 8 here. And these are going to be our control. We're not going to be using fortune on this one. And then these 8 over here, we will be. So we're going to do the same thing. Bone meal those orange little thingies. And for starters, we better chuck the carrots away just to make sure there's no tomfoolery going on around here. So from 8 carrots of unfortuned, let's see what we get. So 20 carrots, that's actually not bad, which is about 2.5 carrots per yield, I guess. So a profit of 1.5 carrots with your bare hands, not bad. But let's try the fortune 3. Being very careful not to dig up my dirt. And well, it actually does work a lot. So 31 carrots. Where did I throw the other ones? Of course, you just ran in my parade, son of a bitch. But yeah, that's not bad. That's so, as opposed to getting 20 carrots out of 8, we got 31, which is pretty much 4 carrots per yield, per individual carrot, which is a large amount of profit. So that's what I'm going to be doing for about, I don't know, the foreseeable future. That gets me a couple of stacks of carrots, because as I said last episode, we're going to run with them for a while. I did not even see that skeleton until I slapped it in the face, which is really strange. But this rain is kind of a drainer, so to speak. So we're going to get rid of that via sleeping. But the anvil recipe, since the latest Snapshot patch, we're running Snapshot 42A right now. I'm pretty sure the pre-release is out upon making this video, but I just haven't updated yet. So yeah, 42A we're running. The anvil has been cheaperized, so if you saw last episode, we built this thing for a dismal cost of 6 iron blocks and 6 iron blocks and 1 single ingot. That's now been changed to 3 iron blocks and 4 ingots, which is nice. I don't know, I don't mind the recipe being expensive, but I'm kind of sad panda that I made the expensive variant of the anvil first, so a bit disappointed. But before we do a video cut, what I might do is test the difference between spuds and carrots. I don't imagine I will be spud farming unless, of course, they have some sort of superiority over carrots and or are completely equal. Now, I've heard the carrots can be used in invisibility potions? Nighttime potions. You see better in the dark. What the hell? I don't even know. One or the other. The one that makes it easier to see in the dark. That's the one. We've nailed that pretty quickly. But I'm not quite sure what the spuds do. So I'm imagining they should, in theory, have some sort of defining feature that distinguishes them from carrots. Now, if that's a higher yield per placement, I'll probably use potatoes and probably just use the carrots for the potions. But I do like how they're introducing new stuff to the game. I'm just not quite sure what the difference between the potato and the carrot is. In terms of practical use, obviously they're two different two different vegetables. I'm glad that actually gives you potatoes back. But for practical use, if they're identical, I don't see the point of using them. You kind of just pick which one you like the look of the most and go with from there. So we do know that carrots will heal 2 little chicken legs of restoration hunger, rather. Let's try a potato. What? It looks like it's half. That is less. What the hell? Why have we got a poisonous? What is this poisonous spud? And why does this only heal half? That can't seem right. Okay, so for those who know how potatoes work, can we plant these poison ones? Maybe these poison potatoes play some sort of purpose I'm still unaware of. But obviously you guys are gonna help me out. Have to help me out because I'm retarded. But I will do my own independent research, see what I can find. But if you guys know something that you probably think I don't, please let me know. I'll be very happy. But What of the Day can be spud, and we'll move on from there. And I completely forgot last episode, but tried to play it off as if I was sneaky. But we will move on from that subject to make sure we don't get any cheaters. So anyway, we shall put our spud growing fest on a standstill for now, because I'm not sure if I like them at all. If they're only going to heal half a hunger bar as opposed to a carrot, then I don't see any practical use for a potato, unless you can make some sort of chips. I want chips and or vodka, but I guess we better put some of this stuff away and get looking onto this sheep, so I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so now we've got our inventory kind of sorted out, and I imagine sheep still respond to barley or wheat to attract them. But we're going to have to build a little pen, but whilst we adventure on looking for a sheep, I'll probably recruit this guy, actually. This guy, I don't know, he's kind of iconic, though. I don't want him to just be another sheep in the herd. This guy's kind of special. He's very special, actually. He's kind of hasn't moved in like 50 episodes, or whenever I built this reed stuff. What are these things I'm standing on? I don't even know. But anyway, my idea, we come to that dilemma that we ran out of time to talk about before. But I have a few options that I would like to take in terms of setting up this sheep farm. And the first of all is to just place the sheep farm in the world. So the anti-lag measures that I'm coming up with, and the most basic that I can probably think of, is to make the sheep farm not as large as I probably would have intended to in the first place. Now this will do two things. It'll increase the frame rate I have in my world, but it will actually decrease the amount of wool, obviously. Like, that's... Why is my world refusing to load in this area? Game, lift your game. But, yeah, that's probably one option I'm almost willing to do, because I do have a new graphics card, and I do feel like my computer's a little more equipped to dealing with the poop nature of having so many entities just roaming the world at the same time. And I think I could probably do a decorative build to kind of make it look nice. So initially that's my preferred option. There are also alternatives in these latest patches. Now I'm not quite sure if any of you guys are aware of, and I'm not quite sure if this is 100% true, but to my knowledge you can take entities such as sheep, villages, or anything like that through nether portals. I'm not quite sure about end portals, but I definitely know nether portals work as well. So a good idea I thought up of a while ago was to introduce a sheep farm into the nether. The downside to this is that I'm not quite sure if the sheep will grow their wool whilst I'm in the overworld. This sheep looks glitched or something. He's a bit insecure about leaving his reeds. Not quite sure why. But yeah, so if that's the case, if the sheep aren't growing to grow wool while they're in the nether, that's kind of a downer, but the upside is that I don't suffer a single frame rate drop whilst I'm in the overworld. So that's the biggest upside to that, and I can make it as big as I want, obviously with limited restrictions, but I can make it a lot upper scale if we were to do it in the nether. Come on, you stubborn prick. Follow the barley, man. It's not that hard. And obviously the third option we have is to shove such a farm into the end. Now, I plan on using this wool in the end. You guys may or may not know what I might be up to, but we'll see. We'll find out in the upcoming episodes if I do manage to pull it off, which hopefully I do. And by the way, on a side note, I'm going to try out Oinkers in a minute, and we've named the pig Oinkers. I've decided Oinkers is just the best name in the world. I don't even care if you have a cat. Call it Oinkers and it will be automatically 10 times better than it was prior to having no name. So that little side note aside, we're going to do some pig running at the end of the episode if I get some time. But we got to wait for fucking... What's the, like, an iconic sheep name? There's no famous sheeps in ever. I can't even... I can't think of any famous sheep. The closest thing I can think of to a famous sheep is Milby. Milby's not even a sheep. I don't even understand anymore. If you guys know any famous sheep, let me know. And I'll be sure to refer to it in the future for some unknown reason. Anyway, I don't know why that just distracted my thought process. But anyway, the concept for the sheep farm, if I were to build it in the overworld... Come on, you dickhead. Oh my... Can you not smell it? Have a little test sample, man. 3 easy installations of like 59.95. Come on. Why is it so hard to get a sheep to like follow? God damn, I wish that was so much faster. At least the pigs like follow carrots religiously, which is nice. I swear to God, if he's just... There we go. Anyway, so yeah, the plan would be to set up the sheep farm inside the water. Now, what I mean by that, rather, was to carve out a in-water kind of structure similar to the storage room. However, it is slightly submerged, and just have like a giant oval-shaped kind of arena, kind of in a coliseum-like fashion, in which I just have a shitload of sheep in the middle. Now, this sheep farm is probably going to have in excess of 200 sheep, so that would give a nice little effect, I reckon, if it was kind of like inside a riverbed or whatever. Now, that would take a lot of work, but I would really like it, although we are kind of restricted into how many sheep we can use. And if I was going to do this sheep farm in the Nether, one downside is it wouldn't look as good. So, whilst we just collect our mini herd of sheep for now, you guys are going to have to send me in a comment and let me know where you think I should place this farm. Whether you think it would be best to place it in the overworld, along with everything else, or over in the Nether where it could be a little bit more efficient, but not as pretty. And each option obviously has pros and cons, and I'm pretty much down for both. I'm just not quite sure what to decide on now. I could flip a coin, but that's just no fun. We've got to have some form of interaction, so you guys are going to have to let me know whether you want overworld or in the Nether, or even in the end. The end wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, because I don't spend a whole lot of time there. Come on, man, it's fucking blind. Jesus Christ. Follow the wheat. Come on, man, what is this? I'm not going to waste that wheat, but come on, serious. That's just... Even if they stop following, I don't even care. I'll probably just kill it. I only need 2. But for the foundation, we're going to need a few sheep. So what we're going to do here is build a friggin' amazing sheep pen. And I don't know how many of you guys remember the cow pen we had. Slimies. And a good little tip I got from you guys, a good little bit of information, was that slimes now spawn in the swamp biome at night, which is... I'm not quite sure why that happens, but I guess it's cool. We got little slimies around the place at night time. A little less threatening than zombies, which is also good. But we need to somehow lure these sheep, seduce them in, and mass breed them. Now, I'm not quite sure how many sheep we could fit into a small hole like this. I could try and fit like 100 sheep into that, but I just don't think that would work. It would end up with a lot of dead sheep, I do imagine, and a lot of grass would not be eaten. So it would really be quite inefficient, which is why we're going to have to make this thing fairly large. Anyway, so we shall place our dirt here and make these guys hump each other very much, because they love to hump. Let's get a baby sheepy. And it's just easy as that. But yeah, so this is our starting sheep foundation. I'm probably going to breed these guys whenever I can. And I need to go pick up my doggy. But we're going to take a snooze, guys, and then we shall lift off from there. Okay, so before I do pose the question, well, before I set in stone whether I would like to have things in the Nether or not, I'm just going to do our own little test to see if we can actually put not NPCs, but entities into the Nether. Whereas if my dog is dead, I'm not going to be happy. I did leave him right here, I'm pretty sure. I wanted to bring him into the Nether with me, but it looks like... I hope he's not dead. He can't be dead. I really should substitute the lighting in here for something that isn't as deadly. Because if you're a dog or a cat, that's just a death wish, which isn't fun. Ravine Dog really didn't last long if he's dead yet, but I haven't given up hope. I will hope that he survived, but we're gonna have to try something else, because I can't put anything in the Nether into practice unless we obviously prove that it actually happens. And I'm not quite sure if this was introduced in 1.3.2 or 1.4, so we'll find out in a second whether or not it is still in the game and or has been introduced. But I think our best bet is probably a chicken, because eggs are everywhere. I can't find an egg. What the hell? There we go. 16 chook eggs. It's hilarious. I'm pretty sure they're like slowly taking over every single item in the game to convert it into Aussie lingo, which is awesome. Gotta have a raw chook every now and again. But what I'm gonna do is hopefully hatch a chicken out of these 16 eggs, and that way we can test if we can actually push that pooper into the Nether rather, and it should be interesting if we can actually mass produce farming inside the Nether. If we don't place the sheep farm in there, we may place other farms such as cow farms, pig farms, and or a chicken farm. But I probably will set up my chicken farm again. What the fuck? Why did I just spawn inside a pig man? That's a little bit annoying. But what I might do, since these chickens are a little bit clucky, they're kind of hard to control, so I'm going to have to, if this doesn't, there we go. Alright, I probably shouldn't have thrown that at the guy. These guys still after wheat. Come to the wheat, little man. Stop running in circles. It's not going to get you anywhere. And you're just going to, it's just useless cardio. Come on, man. Now, I have seen chickens responding to seeds, which I don't know how I feel about that, because I don't have any seeds right now. But if that's the case, I might have to go grab some. Have I got your attention? You just got ADD. Come on, man. Just cooperate. I need to push you through this nether portal to prove that you can. You can do it, man. You can do it, chicken. You can. Oh, come on. He's got a redstone torch in his buttocks. That's just funny. But I'm just going to have to slowly manipulate this little munchkin into the portal. Hopefully he goes through. I'll be a bit sad if he doesn't. But if it's this hard to get one chicken through, I don't... God help me if I have to put 100 sheep through him now. I'm pretty sure he just went through just then, but we'll have to check. And hopefully he doesn't cook himself on the other side. Here we go. Little chickadee. Okay. But I guess that proves that we can actually transport mobs through the nether. And it does make putting farms in the nether a viable option. Chicken farms obviously weren't exactly the main priority because you can already hatch eggs within the nether. But for things like sheep farms and stuff that require a little bit more CPU usage and all that stuff, probably a bit more viable. But in saying that, I probably will breed these guys for a little bit before we end the episode, and I'm not quite sure what we should be able to get done before we can finish, but I think we better pop over to the end, do a bit of enchanting, because I don't know, I'm just not happy with my sword, with my bow rather. It just doesn't shoot enough fire. So I'm going to meet you guys over at the end, and we're going to get a sexy ass bow. Okay guys, so here we are in the end. We've got 3 unenchanted bows here, as well as our infinity bow here. Now the infinity enchantment is something I will require on this new bow. I didn't realize I had so much wood here. So we will be using that in the process of making this awesome bow. But for now we're going to just try and get a few enchantments, such as flame, high power level, over 9,000 preferably, but 4 will do. So what I plan on doing next episode is kind of crafting the best tools I can in the game in terms of pickaxes and weaponry and bows. Now I'm not quite sure about armor because that is quite annoying. Protection 4 is pretty much the jack of all trades, but obviously feather falling and stuff like that is something that I would prioritize. So I don't know, we'll see if we can just make an elite set of material. I don't know why material came to mind, armor and goodies and weaponry. But in the latest snapshot, instead of using levels to regenerate the durability of your tools, you can actually use the item that is created from it to repair it. So for example, if we have a diamond chest piece and it's almost died, if we chuck a chest piece with a few diamonds into the anvil, we should be able to repair it to full capacity. But I'm yet to test that out, so that's what next episode's going to be revolving around. But for now, we're just going to focus on getting the enchantments. But I'll join you guys once we have a level 30. Alright, so we've got a level 30, kind of taking a lot of damage. But I'm glad we had those initial levels before we started. It's so annoying, listen to those guys groan. But anyway, level 30, hopefully you get a flame. That's all I really want. I don't care if it has something crap as well attached to it. Flame is the only enchantment I'm really interested in for now. But, wow, that is essentially the best bow that I could have hoped for. Probably the only thing we can make better on this whole bow is Awesome 4, potentially Awesome 5. But I'm going to see what we can do with that maximum enchantment next episode. What I will try to do is try and get a few Awesome 4 bows. I'm not quite sure what the the maximum level we can achieve is at this stage. But hopefully we can upgrade this one, although this is a very good bow. But I shall be right back once we have another level 30. Okay, so another level 30 done and dusted. I probably will only do these 2 more bows. I want to see if I can enchant this little addition to the family. Son of a bitch, that would have been amazing. I just want to have a enchanted carrot that makes a pig fly. Is that just too much to ask? Or at least supercharged, like, you know, just a pig, just oinkers, little oinkers, sprinting out like no tomorrow. So Awesome 3 is actually really awesome. No, oh man, just shoot me. But anyway, now that we have 2 Awesome 3 enchantments, we can combine those together to create Awesome 4. I sound like I'm trying to, like, be intimidating in Yu-Gi-Oh! By, like, fusing cards together. But that should be able to make the bow a little bit more powerful. Awesome 5, I'm not quite sure if I really need at this point. Infinity 1 and Flame is amazing, so if Awesome 4 on top of that should be able to one-shot most things. And if not, the Flame aspect of the bow should be able to finish it off. But I think that will do me for bows. But we have 1 left, so I guess OCD is going to get the best of me. So I shall get 1 more level 30, and then we shall ride Oinkers off into the sunset, guys. That new sound effects is crazy awesome, but we got our final level 30 for today. I probably will pick up another level 30 before we hand over to the overworld. These ghost orbs, seriously, I really would like these to be gone by the time 1.4 comes out. They're not really a massive bug, because, oh my god, holy fuck, I don't even, wow, that is amazing. So the plan, next episode, guys, since that is the best bow I don't think there is any better than that. I crapped myself when I got this, but my god, there's so much more to clean up after that little mess. But since we have 2 Awesome 3 bows here, hopefully we can create Awesome 4, and with that Awesome 4 bow we can combine to make an Awesome 5 bow with this, and I think that's the ultimate bow in the game. The best possible bow. But anyway, guys, I think we better end the episode. At least the end section of the episode. But we shall head over to the sanctuary. We still got to ride Oinkers and everything. But I think our time in the end is up. And I'll meet you guys in the overworld. Okay, guys, we're back from the end. Back to a little humble abode. But of course, it's that time of the episode where we need to credit our Word of the Day winner for last episode. Give them a giant internet high five. I don't know, I almost completely molested that word. But yeah, these signs go immensely quick. And last episode was a little different, as I said. We placed the Word of the Day in the description last episode. And that was just a tactical move and a half. But I do remember our winner for that, so I don't really need to go pause the video and check, because I am just memorable as hell when it comes to this thing. But we need to ride out Oinkers, and I'm kind of concerned because the sunset's kind of fading away. We shall wait for another day though. But our winner for episode 87 was a regular, so another congrats. But it was actually the Penman22 yet again, so you're very good at these signs, man. But I'm just using your sign just to reference your name, so we better put this in the official logs. The Penman22. Congrats on your sign, man. Well done. Another sign job. Well done, I suppose. But obviously, this wouldn't make sense if we didn't ride a pig out into, like, complete glory. So I'm going to go saddle up my noble steed, and we shall end the video from there. This music. So amazing. I'll bring you guys with me on this journey just because this music's just so... You gotta have it on 64. Best number A, you son of a bitch. I'm trying not to wreck the mood, guys. Oh my... If I die, that'd seriously completely ruin the mood. But, if you guys can be so kind, please let me know what you thought of the episode, if that's your thing. And also a big thank you to all you guys who leave massive amounts of support, and to those who leave like ratings on the video. You guys are awesome, and I love you long time, but I'm just trying to be just really mellow right now, if you can't tell. But Yeah, this world, I don't know, it's crazy to think that we're 88 episodes in. Almost at the big 100, but not yet. And I'm not quite sure where I parked my bacon car, but I'm pretty sure he's down here. And hopefully he doesn't despawn with that saddle on, because that thing, they're hard to come by. Oh, here we go. There's fucking Oinkers. Let's do this. Why is my game lagging? No! Okay, I think we're back, but we're gonna hop on Oinkers. Oh no, I made him love me. That's not what I wanted at all. But again, guys, we end this humble little episode on the back of a pig. My goal is to test this guy out in his sprinting capabilities, but I shall leave that to next episode, guys. But anyway, I thank you all for watching the video. That was episode 88. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys later for episode 89.